Hey everyone, it's April 5th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with Spanish serial killer Alfredo Galán, known as the playing card killer, who claimed 6 victims in 2003. And that is him right up there. Born in 1978, Galán lost his mother when he was just 10 years old, leaving his father to raise 5 children on his own. It was then that he began to act out in school and started drinking, both typical markers for troubles later in life. To better connect with his peers, Galán became the class clown, and this led to a level of popularity that saw him become class president of his high school. He had a successful stint in the Spanish military, leading humanitarian missions into Bosnia in the early 2000s. Sent back home to help with cleanup efforts to an oil spill, he hated the work, and it was around that time when his dark side began to emerge. Galán stole a car and began to defy his superiors, eventually being diagnosed with neurosis and anxiety, and was discharged in March of 2003, at which time he began working as a security guard at the Madrid Barajas airport. By this point, he couldn't stop thinking about what it would be like to kill someone, and he soon found out. It was just before his dismissal from the military when he first committed murder, shooting a 50-year-old man in front of his child. A week later, Galán struck again, shooting an 18-year-old man who was waiting for the bus and left the Ace of Cups from a tarot deck next to the body. The media had a field day with the card being left with the body, and when he saw the reaction, he began to leave a card from the same deck with every victim after shooting them in the back of the head from close range. It was later found out that he would force his victims to their knees before executing them with a single shot. A rare case was that of a husband and wife who were both killed in an alleyway from an elevated position, with one shot to kill the husband, and then when the wife turned to see what had happened, she was shot 3 times. Throughout the first half of 2003, he killed 6 victims and shot 3 more who survived. A hotline was established for tips related to the murder spree, and 2,000 calls were made with bits of evidence, but the police had no idea who was responsible. Galán wasn't even on their radar. That July, after a day filled with drinking, he called his sister to confess that he was the playing card killer and that he was going to turn himself in. He did just that, telling the authorities, "I'm the playing card killer. I am fed up with police inefficiency." They didn't believe him and sent him home with his brother. But after sobering up, he went back and confessed again, this time with details about the crimes only the killer could have known. He later recanted his confession, claiming that he had been threatened by neo-Nazis into confessing to crimes they had committed, but at trial, Galán was convicted and sentenced to 142 years in prison and to pay over 600,000 euros in restitution for his crimes. He will likely spend the rest of his days behind bars. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Alfredo Galán, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.